Indeed, you're watching Good Morning Kenya's Entertainment Thursday, where, as I said in the morning, we are elevating your feel-good because why not? My name is Mike Migu, and now we get in yet another conversation, and this regards the power of purpose and the whole art of having it all. What does that mean? What is purpose that we are talking about? And the aspect of having it all, quote unquote, this all we are talking about, what is it? Lucini Donzo is a retired captain, a business coach, and author, and joining me today to talk about this matter. Welcome to Good Morning Kenya.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate you for inviting me.
Karibu sana. Let's get into it. When we talk about, first of all, the power of purpose, or the purpose itself,
Yes.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about knowing exactly what you was put on this earth to do. I think a lot of people don't know exactly what they was put on this earth to do. So one of the things when I talk about purpose, I talk about every day waking up and walking into the purpose of your life. It doesn't have anything to do with money. It's more of that sense of empowerment to yourself that you get at the end of the day, the fulfillment. So yeah.
Is it the same as finding meaning in your life?
Yes, it's the same as finding meaning to your life, yes.
So this is the same as having something to which your life, on which it pivots on, like it's a source of energy and direction.
Yeah, it's heavily on energy and direction, because I think when you understand what your purpose is, you know that no matter what you're going through, whether it's struggle, whether it's trial, tribulation, you know that is your purpose. For me, one of my purposes is be one of the greatest speaker of all time. So everything that I do, even if I don't get a particular speaking engagement, I always find means to have different engagements that leads toward my purpose, which is to be a world-renowned speaker. So yeah, so is that fulfillment that every day I wake up and I try to do so, yeah.
To a young person who is watching us right now, and we're talking about this aspect of having a purpose in life, how do you identify that purpose that we are talking about?
The first thing you have to ask, what does success mean to you, right? You have to define success to yourself. And the best way I tell people how to do this is try to define success, what success means to you in 7 words or 10 words or less, right? The more you're precise about it, the more you understand exactly what your purpose is. So I'll tell you what my purpose is: to inspire millions through speaking. It's 5 words, right? So right now, what am I doing? Inspire millions through speaking. So when you define your purpose, when you want to define your purpose, you have to ask yourself, what does success to me means? Once you have defined what success to you means, you dive a little deeper and you now put it on paper in words. And when you are 5 to 7 to 10 words, then it becomes so much easier. Everything around you aligns. Everything that I do aligns with my purpose, which is speaking, writing books is a form of communication, all these different things, right? Being in the army, I was speaking, I was leading soldiers, right? So that was part of my purpose. Yeah.
At what point in life can one identify their? Is there an age to which that you can say, now at this age I'm supposed to have found my purpose, I'm supposed to have found my direction, or it's something that comes out of the blues? One day you wake up and you're like, oh, I have a purpose in life.
I don't think there is an age, because for me personally, I defined my purpose after I had a grand mal seizure where I dislocated my left shoulder, broke my right shoulder, and I was in a coma, right? That's when I found my purpose. My purpose was always to be a commissioned officer and to be a general in the Army. So I would say your purpose, it depends on the age, right? It depends on what happened in your life, but there's no definite age that one discovered your purpose. It can be at the age of 12, it can be at the age of 26, or it can be at the age of 32. So that particular aspect of your purpose, there's no definite age. It depends on that person. Yeah.
Is it defined by life experiences?
I believe so. It's defined by life experience, because mine was defined by life experience. And I think the way my life shifted, that really changed my perspective, that I was more than impacting lives in the military. I was more on impacting lives worldwide, globally. Yeah.
When you identify that purpose in your life and the direction that you wanted to take, how has that over time influenced how you approach life, your perspective to life itself?
Man, it has influenced a lot because I look at people different. I look at how can I be a person of value instead of being an individual that just, want to take from people. Every room I go in, every friendship I establish with people, I always ask myself, what is that form of value, Lucini, that you can bring that aligns with my purpose in form of business, in form of speaking, in form of coaching, in form of mentoring. So I think, I look at people different, and I respect people a little bit more because I know everyone ties into my purpose. Yeah.
So it also regards how humans relate. But then again, the question here is, I've identified my purpose. Does it really change how I relate with others with regards to what I want in life, or I just want to go my path differently?
I think it does. It does how you relate to others because for me, when I was younger, I've always wanted to make a lot of money. And as I started making a lot of money, I realized, chasing money wasn't a purpose of mine. The sense of fulfillment of value that I add to my mentees and the people that I meet, that was more of a purpose. So I think it helps with your interaction with people, and it also, help you close friendship that really are not genuine towards the alignment of where you see your life is directed. There are certain people that I no longer associate with because it's just, they're not aligned with the purpose of where I'm trying to go. But I still talk to them, but they don't have that much time or energy that I used to give to them. I don't do that no more because I fully understand exactly what my purpose is in life.
Yes,
yeah.
Indeed. Any young person who is watching us today, this morning, and wants to understand the aspect of having a purpose in life, why should this matter to them?
I think it should matter to them because when you understand your purpose at an early age, you save yourself a lot of time when it comes to knowing exactly what you want. Because you meet the right connection, you have more people that generally want to help propel you towards that destination of whatever your success is. So the earlier you find your purpose, when I was 19 years old in America working as a garbage disposal boy, I always knew that I wanted to graduate college. At the time, that was my purpose. So when I used to work as a security officer, all my supervisor would tell me, hey man, you're going to graduate. You got 2 more years. You got 3 years. Then you got 2 more years. And when I graduated, they all were happy for me. So I think when you understand what your purpose is at that point in time, and other people surrounding you know, and they're good people, they will help push you. They will try to keep you away from doing things that steer you away from your purpose. So if you're young and you're asking yourself, why should this matter? This should matter to you because you might be wasting time doing things that doesn't align to what God has for you. But if you know exactly, and the people around you know exactly what you want to do. At the time when I was 19, I wanted to be the first person in my family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Everybody around me helped. And then after I was in college, I wanted to join the military. I joined, and then everybody told me, hey, you have leadership capability to become a leader in the military. That became my purpose, right?
Yes.
Everybody helped me. When I had a grand mal seizure and I was hospitalized, everybody in the military, my bosses, my supervisors, they all helped. So I think, really think about it and ask yourself, do I want to go through this life solo, or do I want the people around me to actually help me to get to where I want to go? And that should be the main question that each young individuals should be asking themselves, because you don't necessarily have to go solo when there are good people around you that can be able to help you.
From what you've said, it points to something that speaks of having support system.
Yes.
And not just a support system, the right support system to help you along the journey.
Yes.
Having a purpose, is it an assurance 100% that you will make better life choices?
I can guarantee you is 100%. I can guarantee you is 100% you will make better life choices, because from my life, I grew up in West Philly. I grew up around gangs. My school in the U.S., we had to go in and there was metal detector. We had shanks, knives, you know, people would get stabbed, killed in school, right? This is happening in the U.S. So because I was surrounded by the right people, they shifted my perspective of how I view life. So I think because I'm the oldest of 5 children, and you know, being that oldest, being in the U.S., you have this thing in your back. You don't want to be a failure to your family, and so I think for me, I always had. I didn't grow up with my mom and dad, so I always had that. You know, like I had something to prove that I didn't want my life to become a failure in the U.S. So because I had a purpose and because I had people that really wanted me to succeed as a foreigner, it helped. It helped a lot. You know, when I was going to Virginia State, I wanted to go back to Philly and join, because you're young, you're 18, you want to join the guys, you know, you want to chase women and all these. And my mentors, it was telling me, no, stay in school. Don't go back to where you grew up. Sometimes it's okay to move away from where you grew up so you can have a different perspective in life.
Because there's also the dangers of the aspect of fitting, trying to fit in.
Trying to fit in. And that's the problem every young adult deals with. We all try to fit in, but as we get older, we learn that we want to fit in with the right people, right? So, but when you're younger, you don't care about fitting with the right people. You just want to be cool. You just want to be seen. You know, you want some of that attention that you didn't get from your mother or your father, from your friends, you know. So I think by knowing my purpose, which was I just wanted to graduate college, I had people that were helping me to accomplish that goal. And that really helped me to become who I am in life. Because even now, where I'm in life, I have other mentors and other people that keep me just straight on my purpose.
Indeed. Having it all, that phrase, what does it mean to you?
For me, I love my life. Retired the Army. I have my own business. We're skilling. We made over 5 million and I mean, we're made over 1 million in 5 years, which we're skilling to make $1 million in a year within the next 1 to 2 years. I have a beautiful girlfriend, Selena, Kenyan girl. I just came to visit, got me a beautiful girlfriend. I appreciate it. I have great friends like Moses and so many other individuals. Since I've been here in Kenya, I'm living in a beautiful apartment. I bought a land, I'm building my dream house. I get to go back to America and also build on what I have in America too. So I believe I have it all, and I have it all because of I knew what my purpose was. I have people that generally want to help me to become who I am. And also I have great love, at home, and I have peace. So I think at the end of the day, I don't really talk too much about money unless we're talking business, but I like to shift and tell people it's not necessarily about the amount of money. You have to ask yourself, what is success means to you? And if it's that money, go get it. But for me, I make enough money, I make good money, but it's more of that peace and being able to connect and do whatever I want at my disposal. Yeah. So.
Is it really about having it all, or is just the aspect of finding a balance of the things that matter to you?
Yes, I agree with you. I think it's finding a balance of the things that matter to you. When I was in my early 20s, I cared so much about money because I grew up in poverty. I grew up in West Africa village, right? But when I had money and I've experienced money and I've driven, nice cars, Corvette, all these different things, I realized life is more than just money. Life is more of a fulfillment and how you can be a person of value. So as in my early 30s, now is more of having that peace, having a successful business, being globally renowned. I can go in any country, I can talk, speak at schools, write books, make money online. So I think now is more of flexibility and freedom of location.
Yeah.
That's having it all to me. I can live in any country in the world.
Yes.
I love that.
Indeed. When you look at the society today, do you think people chase success fast without finding their purpose?
Yes, I was one of them. I chased success fast. I was 27, making $30,000 US a month, and again, like I said, I grew up in poverty. I was buying flashy cars. I was going to clubs, wasting money at clubs, spending $5,000, $10,000 a night. So I really was, for me, at 26, 27, all that matters to me was attention of women, attention of, you know, just different people that didn't want to help me. But I think once I realized what my purpose is now, for me, is really being a person of respect in the society. Anywhere I go, any room I walk, any country I walk, people understand the value that I bring in that particular environment. So that's more meaningful to me than, you know, just being out in the club and wasting money on cars.
Yeah. You know, would you say that happiness and fulfillment are byproducts of purpose, or are they separate, or are they separate goals for each and every person?
I think it's separate goals because happiness depends on who you are as a person. What was happiness to me at 26 is different than at 33, right? To me at 26, happiness was driving my Corvette in Atlanta, going to the club and enjoying. At 33 is being able to live. I've lived in 7 different countries just this year. At 33 is just having freedom of location, making money in dollars and spending money in other currency. That's happiness to me. So I think it depends on the person, and it depends also on their exposure. I highly suggest a lot of young people, you know, if you want to go get money, man, go get money. But I think do it early, because one of my biggest blessings I learned when I was still in my 20s. So I get to, you know, like now I make calculated mistake. But when you're, the earlier you are when you make mistake, the more you can bounce back. Because life, the most important thing is time. You don't get time back, but you can always make more money if you already have the skills and knowledge too. So I think make your mistake early if you're young, but understand that if it's a mistake, don't do it again.
Yes. In 30 seconds, your final word.
There is power in your purpose, right? For me, I grew up in West Africa. I grew up with no mother, no father. And I went to the U.S. and I made something out of it. And a lot of people said, why are you leaving to the U.S.? Why Kenya? I love Kenya because the culture, the environment, the people have embraced me. And I plan on being one of the most dominant entrepreneurs here in Kenya. So I strive every American that come here in Kenya, don't come here just for vacation, come here to invest in the country, because they're great people and they've been great people to me in the last 5 months. So that's what I would say.
Thank you so much. Your time is very much appreciated.
No problem. Thank you.
Lucini Donzo, who is a retired captain, a business coach and author, talking to us about the power of having a purpose and the art of having it all. I hope you have learned a thing or three. This conversation ends here, but stay with us. Entertainment Thursday continues. My name is Mike Megwe. Stay with us.